Do you see me?
Yes, all good. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time.
I'm sorry, I just finished with training and I'm still on the road going
Oh, no
home.
worries at all.
So I just parked with the car.
So last time we saw you fight was in March. Secured your second consecutive victory. What were your major takeaways from your performance?
Uh, I would say like I was working on my grappling and and it was really good to feel, it's it's finally started to work. He was the opponent was a high level grappler guy. He's a black belt guy, and like it's not the same thing uh, to get the job done in trainings and in live in the cage. So it was pretty good feeling because that was my first submission victory also.
Do you take any extra pride in defeating a former UFC fighter? Because some people would, but you fought plenty of really good opponents in your day, so it might not be as big of a deal for you.
Uh, I would say it's good for the marketing,
Hmm.
but people who are really into the fighting life, and they are watching, the fights. It's it's I would say like like the Tyson and Jake Paul match. Like he's Tyson, but he's not that Tyson anymore. You know,
Very fair.
and
So where is your confidence level now that you secured your second straight win? Because I know you've had some up and downs in your careers, but it wasn't too long ago where you were coming off back-to-back losses.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say like the last time. That was the first time when I'm really felt in the cage. I get used to it. Like I'm there physically, mentally, technically, and I have the power and everything just works. If you go to the ground, I know what to do. If we are wrestle, I know what to do. It's a pretty complex sport. So getting to a level when you're feeling like you have confidence everywhere, like it was 10 plus year for me.
And we've seen you evolve so much since you've joined Octagon. So even when you do lose, is there times where you can take away positive and say, hey, even though I didn't get the win today, I am continuing to get better. And like you're saying, I'm getting more comfortable. Or is it really all about the win? I need to get the wins.
For me, I'm more like a martial artist
Mm.
than a fighter. So like I really I really put my life on this. So I like to do this. I'm also coaching like other guys, and I like the every aspect of the game. So at the end of the day, I think it's that counts when you're like what makes you happy. And when I go there, of course, like when you win, like everybody wins with you, but when you lose, only you lose. So it's the same thing, but like it's for me, it's I think it's way much easier because like after it, I'm like, okay, I like to do this stuff, like not just for the winning. It's really for my
And so, how important is it in your improvement as a fighter to be coaching other people? Because I've heard a lot of fighters say when they train someone else, they have to teach them every little thing, right? And along the way, you get to kind of relearn the fundamentals and maybe touch up some things that you lost along your journey.
yeah, like I would say like it's absolutely good for also for training, like you have to really understand like every side of a technique or anything to teach it to somebody because like like everybody's you know, like thinking is, uh, if I say to you, like, you know, like do this like this, you will try to do it, but maybe you will think of other things, like maybe I will do it with the help of this, with the help of that, and to learn something, to teach to somebody, to everybody to understand it. Like that's the really that part of the game when you understand it, like the core of the thing. So like why you are doing this, when you want to do it, like where to connect it in your game. So a lot of things, like for example, when I started to do wrestling, and I was just keep wrestle, and I also started to um, teach, like jiu-jitsu guys who are like not wrestlers, and I started to try to tell them like how I do it, how what we do there, and this kind of stuff. And like you keep telling them like over and over and again, and you're just thinking about it like that many times, you start to recognize like, oh, there is something new in it that I didn't even notice, like for example a week ago.
And so now, upcoming opponent, you have another former UFC fighter, Leandro Silva. What do you think of him as a fighter, and what do you expect when you guys meet in the cage?
mm, I I think I watched all of his fights here in OKTAGON, and I like his fighting style. So he's really technical guy. I like his striking. He has a really good striking game, and he's also pretty good. Like in the grappling game, also on the ground. And I would say like him also the same thing. So like he's 39 years old and he's still doing this. So I think he is definitely a martial artist too, not just a fighter who is going for the prize. He's doing it like as a lifestyle. So I would say it will be a really really good test for me. Like to see like all these new stuffs that I learned and that I mastered, like how works against like an opponent like him.
Do you have even more respect for your opponent when they do have that martial artist mindset like you do?
Uh, I would say like, like personally, yes, respect them, but like in the cage, like there, I learned it from my matches that there has to be a limit, that you give him respect there. Like if you give there like too much respect in the cage, like in life for somebody, I would say like that's when you lose rounds. So when you go there, of course, like everybody earn the respect, but you go there to kill or be killed. So you have to think like this, and you have to have that mentally in there.
What does a win against Silva do for you? Because it might move you, it would move you up at least one or two spots in the rankings, but the division's wide open. So you don't need to necessarily be the number one ranked in the division to earn a title shot.
Yeah, definitely. So when I beat him, I want to go for the title. Like now, I think like Surdu will go with. I'm not sure. He will go with Gogoledze or Kai Brito, because I saw something on Instagram,
Hmm.
and I'm not sure who is his opponent will be, but they will go for the welterweight title. And like when I win here, I think I will definitely earn the spot to go against that winner for the welterweight title.
So right now he's scheduled to fight Brito. Do you think that Brito is deserving of that title shot?
He has the belt. Like he went for the I think the UFC for like this Dana White show.
Hmm.
That's why he lost it, but he earned it. Like he earned it well. He had like I don't know like I think like all of his matches was no not just one, but except one he has like knockouts all of his matches. So he definitely earned the belt. Uh, like uh, Gogoladze couldn't fight, so it will be a good fight also because like I fought with Surdu,
Hmm.
and he's a huge guy, and I also meet with Brito. He's really technical and he's like really good in striking, but I would be curious, like he could handle like the size of Surdu.
And so looking at the rest of the division, besides yourself, who do you think is the most dangerous fighter?
In the division.
Hmm.
mm, I would say like now I go with with Apollo, and I would say like Apollo and Gogoladze. Like they had a fight and it was pretty close also. Both both guys are left-handed, you know, like left-handed guys are always, not uh not the best feeling, It's like you always have to be more concentrated against the left-handed guys. And left-handed guys always, like most of the times they sparring with right-handed guys. So they have a little bit advantage. But I would say like the two other really good in the division would say like Apollo and Gogoladze.
And now I just have a couple of general questions. You've been with Octagon for a long time, so what's it been like to see the promotion grow and evolve into one of the biggest in the world?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. You saw that story they just put out. Like I think it was like Octagon 6 or something. That was the
Mm.
first time when I was there, and I'm so young on that picture. It's funny. Like everybody is writing me on Instagram, like how do I look up the little boy? And it's really good. Like you can feel uh like everywhere, like how it evolved. Like I would say, like even the accommodation, like the people, like how they transport you, how they handle you as fighters, how like the photo makings, or like the training rooms, uh, and then when you get into the stadium, like there, like how you, I would say, like like there are some stadiums where are like little lobby rooms for fighters. You finished and you can just go there, and like catering and everything, you can watch the matches from inside there. So like when it started, it was like just another level. And I would say like all the fighters who are in the octagon, like everybody was evolving. Like I remember when we get there, everybody was more rookie. Like I wouldn't say like put anybody from octagon to fight like UFC veterans. And now you see like we are fighting them, and it's like we are there. It's the same level.
Now, I know as a martial artist, you never really know where the journey will take you, but do you think that you'll spend the rest of your career with Octagon?
Mm, That's a hard question,
Hmm.
like I really like to be here, but if my manager could make a UFC contract for me, like that would be just like you're a martial artist, and it's like I don't know how you say it in English, like the bucket list.
Hmm.
I would say that like you were a UFC fighter. That's like you're a martial artist and you were a UFC fighter. That's something that you could put up the shelf.
And so for right now, my last question, I know your goal is to become an Octagon champion. So what else do you think needs to happen for you for that to happen? Is it just a matter of time, or is there still some stuff you're touching up on, or what needs to happen for you to become an Octagon champion?
Just to go there and believe in myself. I would say like that's all. Like everybody have the same you know uh, same opportunity. So and the cage is closing. It's just you and the other guy, and it's like if you can go enough hard to get your dream, it's all on you.